Hello and welcome to our video on how to write a good research paper. We all know the importance of publishing high-quality papers in order to advance our careers. But what exactly makes a paper good? And how can we ensure that our own papers meet these standards? Perhaps the most dangerous mistake you can make when writing your paper is assuming that the reviewer will understand the point of your paper. To avoid this, it's crucial to make it easy for the reader to see the main point of your paper. Your paper will get rejected unless you make it very clear, up front, what you think your paper has contributed. As a researcher, it's important to treat your reader as you would a guest in your house. You want to make sure they have a clear understanding of the problem you are addressing and why it matters. When writing your paper, it's important to start by stating which problem you are addressing and keeping your audience in mind. They must care about it, which means that sometimes you must tell them why they should care about the problem. This could be by explaining the significance of the problem or the potential impact it has on society. Once you've established the problem, it's important to state briefly what the other solutions are to the problem, and why they aren't satisfactory. If they were satisfactory, you wouldn't need to do the work. This will give your reader a clear understanding of the gap in the current research and why your solution is necessary. After that, explain your own solution, compare it with other solutions, and say why it's better. This is the core of your paper and should be clearly and concisely presented. Make sure to include the details of your methodology, results, and discussion. Lastly, at the end of your paper, it's important to talk about related work where similar techniques and experiments have been used, but applied to a different problem. This will give your reader a broader understanding of the field and how your work fits into the larger picture. Let's talk about how to write a dynamite introduction. The introduction is the first thing that the reader will see, and it's your chance to make a great first impression. You must make your paper easy to read. You've got to make it easy for anyone to tell what your paper is about, what problem it solves, why the problem is interesting, what is really new in your paper, and what isn't, why it's so neat. And you must do it up front. In other words, you must write a dynamite introduction. In your introduction you can address most of the points we talked about in the last section. If you do it clearly and succinctly, you set the proper context for understanding the rest of your paper. Only then should you go about describing what you've done. Now let's move on to writing the literature review section of your paper. The literature review is a critical examination of the existing research on your topic. It should provide a summary of what is already known about the topic and identify gaps in the current research. The purpose of the literature review is to demonstrate that you have a solid understanding of the existing literature and that your research will add to the existing knowledge in some way. The methodology section of your paper should provide a detailed explanation of the research design, methods, and data analysis techniques you use to conduct your research. The experiments and results section of your paper should provide a detailed account of the experiments you conducted and the results you obtained. Finally, the conclusion of your paper should summarize the main findings of your research and its implications for the field. The conclusion should also highlight the limitations of the research and suggest directions for future research. We hope this video would be helpful. Thanks for watching.